Okay, so for those of you who are wondering how our overall Tesla road trip went this past long weekend, we do have some stats for you on our travel. So we traveled about 885 miles to get to Southern Illinois from Central Florida. We did do an overnight stay in Chattanooga. Technically, I guess you can call it 5 charging stops that we took on the way up there, because we charged in Chattanooga before we left. Well, I guess.
But it was completing a charge from the night before. We just finished topping it off. So I'm counting that as 1 charge.
So 5 charges. Going up, we were able to stop at Buc-ee's. Yeah, I know that's the only place we stopped on the way to Chattanooga.
That's where we stopped.
After Chattanooga to get to Southern Illinois, we stopped in West Nashville and we got crumble cookies, which was awesome. Check out our video on that to see how that tasting experience went. And we could have made it, I think, from West Nashville all the way to where we were going in Southern Illinois on that 1 charge. But we did stop in Kentucky to charge because we were meeting family for dinner right when we got to Illinois, and we didn't know how much driving that would take. So we didn't want to roll in on 14% charge. So we did charge in Kentucky to top off to give us a higher percentage when we got in town, so we could just check into our hotel and drive around before we had a chance to charge there. So honestly, I guess we could have made it in 4 charges. But we did take that extra one in Kentucky just to top it off. On the way home, we did 893 miles, a little bit longer because we did swing over to the northeast side, I guess, of Nashville to see Aunt Rosie and just to say hello to them as we were passing through before heading to our well-beloved West Nashville charge location and crumble cookies for week 2 of cookies. We had 5 hours of charging. Or 5 hours. Oh my word.
5 stops.
5 stops.
Because we did make that detour.
Yeah, 5 charging stops on the way home as well. It was about a 19-hour drive, which was actually quite long, but that includes visiting Aunt Rosie. We did stop at Crumble Cookies while it was close to the charger.
It wasn't at the charger.
It's cold for us Floridians to walk all the way from the supercharger to where Crumble Cookies was. So we waited till we were done charging and drove over to Crumble Cookies. And then from there we went and got Chick-fil-A. And then that includes also charging and unpacking your parents, taking them home, and us getting home at 2 a.m.
And unpacking.
This morning. And yeah, just taking the essentials out of the car. Everything else we did today after we woke up before we ran errands. So very successful. I think the car did very good. It was very cold on our drive home. When we left Illinois, it was 28 degrees. 28 degrees. We got down to 26 degrees. We honestly did not give the battery enough time to precondition to top off the charge in Illinois.
We preconditioned the vehicle for our trip.
Yes.
But that does not precondition the batteries for charging.
And the charger was literally across the street from our hotel. And it was 20 degrees outside and my car was covered in frost. So charging went very slow. So we really only sat there until the 6 o'clock time frame when we wanted to leave. And we just left. I think we were at like 92.
Yeah, 92%.
So we only got like 7% while we were there, which was okay. It was fine. You know, it worked out pretty well. The rest of the charging went fine, but we did notice in some circumstances, because of the cooler weather, our charge was dropping.
Yeah, our percentage to the destination dropped like 3%.
Yeah, so a little bit. But overall, super easy to take a road trip in. I don't recommend ever doing 19 hours in one day from a person who hates car rides. Just fly.
It was comfortable.
Split it.
But it was too far for one day.
Yeah.
Even in a regular car. Too far for one day.
Yes, yeah. We did catch some traffic in Atlanta, which kind of sucked. Probably killed an hour of our time, to be honest. It was moving traffic, but it was slow traffic.
Very slow moving traffic.
And we hit traffic 3 different times getting through and then after the city. Because unfortunately we did hit that around... Got there right before the 5 o'clock rush, but I think we met some of it.
Yeah.
At the end.
We did get to see the planes flying over the car through the roof, though. So
Yeah,
that was worth it.
That was pretty cool. A couple of jets flying right over us as we were sitting in traffic. So that was a cool experience. We might have some shots of that in the video, perhaps. I don't know. So overall, car did excellent. It is a great car for a road trip.
Didn't have any issues finding chargers.
No.
And even though it was cold, it still charged moderately fast.
Yeah.
Didn't have any of the freakouts that people had when it was much colder.
Yes.
And their car wouldn't charge at all. So.
Yeah, definitely recommend, though, if you can find superchargers along the way that are at cool places. I think that really helped our trip just break it up, so it didn't seem just like endless times in the car, and here we go in the car again. Whoever from Buc-ee's and or Tesla decided Buc-ee's needed superchargers, bless you.
Yes.
What a lifesaver. And I think I said that when we went to the one in Daytona Beach with your car, and we were going to St. Augustine, and we just stopped at Buc-ee's because you have to stop at Buc-ee's when you drive past one. Why not? And I was like, geez, it would be perfect. You have all these gas pumps and this whole thing. Where are the chargers? And now they started putting them in Buc-ee's, and it's
perfect.
Fantastic.
It's like a perfect match.
Yes. And then when we saw, what we did is we looked ahead of time at the superchargers that it wanted us to stop at. We looked at other superchargers around as well and what the options were for food, bathrooms, things like that. Charging speed. And so that's how we stumbled across Crumble Cookies in the West Nashville location, because our original supercharger in Nashville, we got a notification that it was very busy. And it was like a 15-minute wait. So we looked at what other ones around Nashville were available, and that's when we were like, oh my gosh, we could go to Crumble Cookies. And so we decided to go for that, which was the best idea we've ever had. We stopped on the way home as well. So that's super helpful to find superchargers around those cool locations that can just help you pass the time when it's charging.
Even if Crumble Cookie wasn't there, Target was at the supercharger, so we went shopping for pajamas that I forgot.
Target, yes. Speaking of pajamas, you forgot. We had a couple other statistics for you guys. So number of items that were forgotten at home come out to 2. Robbie's pajamas and Robbie's sunglasses.
3, Dad's pajamas.
But that's not from us.
That's true.
So just you and me, 2.
2.
Yes. What else? Number of Crumble Cookies that we purchased, total 8. 2 4-packs of Crumble Cookies, every single one of them delicious. Number of Tesla car freakouts, about 3. So in autopilot, we had twice when the car freaked out with a semi. The first time totally caught us by surprise. The semi was kind of getting close to the line. Possibly started coming over the line. The car went do-do-do-do-do. Take control. Screen, flash blue and red or whatever it does. I don't even know.
A red steering wheel.
And the car started braking, but then there was a car behind it. And then it was like, no, I can't brake. And it was just a little moment of freak out for the car.
But that's why you pay attention. Yes.
So it was fine. We recovered okay. It just, startled all of us in the car for a moment as we were trying to calmly having our conversation.
Decipher what was going on. On the screen.
Yes. Because traffic around us looked okay. The truck was in his lane, but the car just had a moment, which is fine. And then also on the way up, the car tried to take an autopilot and exit.
Well, when
we didn't need to take that exit.
When there's a lane and a merge, it tries to find the middle of it, and it merged into an exit.
Yes.
And it said, let's go.
Yeah, and Robbie was like, no, let's not
go. We have other places to be.
So that was like maybe a semi-freak out. It wasn't that bad. And then on the way home, the car, for a moment, thought there was 2 trucks right next to us and didn't know what to do with them.
It was a semi with a trailer and a trailer.
Yes.
So it thought it was 2 different trucks.
Yeah, and it was kind of a little all over the place. But other than that, everything went well with the system and stuff. So just, if you do use autopilot, pay attention. And you'll be just fine.
It's not perfect, but
might wake you up if you're really tired. Let's see here. Number of Oscar Mayer Wienermobiles that we saw, 1. Check out our video to see that exciting adventure that we went on. Number of adventures we had, definitely too many to count.
Yes.
We had a lot of fun with the road trip. Even though I hate road trips, and I would love to fly anywhere I can. I'm not opposed to taking the Tesla on another road trip, but maybe not till at least next year.
Definitely not 800 plus miles in one day.
Yes, no. we are not doing this again.
We'll do shorter trips or fly somewhere and rent a Tesla.
Yes.
And go from there.
Yes, exactly. If you have any questions, let us know. And it's been really fun. Yeah. Hopefully this year we'll take you guys on some more adventures with our Teslas and without our Teslas. Show you some favorite places that we have.
Take you to Disney.
Take you to some new places. It'll be fun.
The theater.
The theater.
Yes, we'll do some show reviews.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, happy 2023. We're off to a great start.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for going on this adventure with us.
Yes, thanks for going on this adventure with us. I like it.